Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Ray Jarrell. So in today's video, I want to bring you guys this gun bunch offset mini scheme. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go in and sub and turn those post notifications on. So first and foremost, I am in the Los Angeles Rams offensive playbook. Again, I'm in the Los Angeles Rams offense. Now, before I go any further, if you check the link in the description and you actually check the pinned comments, you will be able to see my ebook website. So if you have no idea about my ebook website, it's your first time on my channel, please check out this little 30-second video that goes into detail about it. All things Madden will be the future for the Madden community. This is so much more than your standard ebook website. This website right here is designed for everything that you love to do in Madden. We know you love tournaments. We know you love to play CFLs. We have money CFLs. We have free CFLs. We even give you reward points for shopping on our website. There's also an amazing feature that we put on there called Request an ebook. Now, this is the exact process that you'll go through when you actually check out, and we also offer a number of payments. So go ahead and head over to allthingsmadden.com to see what all the hype is about. Alright, man, with that out the way, let's go on and dive right into this. So how this is going to work is I'm just going to show you guys one play that I really love out of here. Then I'm going to show you some gameplay that's going to show you other setups and how I will put this scheme all together. So if you're interested in this offense and you want to see more plays, see more breakdowns, I don't know if I'm gonna do a part 2 on it. I may, but most likely if you want to see it, go ahead and request the ebook on my website. So without further ado, man, let's go on and dive right into this. So as far as personnel goes, I really love my best receiver to be on the outside. That is why I have Cooper Kupp right here. This is just for the complete scheme. Now this one play isn't really necessary for it to be that way, but if I'm running bunch offset, I really want my best player here. I like having my second best receiver here, and then my third, whoever my fastest guy is, I like him to be right here. So that's normally how I like to do my depth chart when it comes to bunch offset. So I'm in the Rams playbook, like I said, and the reason real quick I want to take you through why I like the Rams is a couple things. So the speed dig is really great if you can kind of set it up. I really love it versus man coverage, but the speed dig's good. Smash return is still, that's going to be good no matter what. PA dig fork is an extremely great play. You can bomb a lot of coverages out of it. What else do they have? They have a flood, which is what we're going to talk about here in today's video. Now bench pivot is extremely good play as well. Z-spot and go, you could do a lot of nice things, a lot of nice combos out of that. Dig return, that post route can bomb certain coverages depending on what they're doing and depending on how you set it up. Now verticals is always going to be verticals, you guys know that. And what makes the Rams playbook really special is that they have wide trail and they have mesh post. So that's what really drew me to the Rams playbook, in case you were wondering. But the play that we've been talking about just for this example is going to be flood. Now the great thing about flood is you can run it stock, and we'll get into that in a second. But first, I took out all the great defensive linemen so I can have just a tiny bit of time in the pocket. We put fast safety here to simulate a user, and we have speed all the way around. Now as far as coverage shows that I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna show you cover 3, cover 2, man coverage, cover for quarters, and cover for palms, which are the most basic coverage that you will face in your average opponent. So let's go on and talk about cover 3. Now when you run this offense, you want to run this this particular play depending on if you're trying to bomb their coverage or not. If you're not trying to bomb their coverage, it don't matter where you line up at, where you run it. Just make sure that you have your 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. All right, so cover 3, you can actually bomb cover 3 for a one-play touchdown. Let me get that guy out the gap. So you can actually bomb cover 3 for one-play touchdown. You literally do nothing. So this setup right here, you legit do nothing. You just need time in the pocket. So if you wait and don't get a throw out a sack, what you'll be able to see is that you'll actually have circle that will get open for a one-play touchdown. So real quick, I'm gonna go into replay, show you exactly like why that works the way it does, and then I'll run it for you again. Then we'll take then we'll go ahead and move on and look at some other coverages. So the reason this works is because it's a glitch that's been in Madden for a while now. Anytime there's an out route that's deep enough, and depending on where that out route is ran is important, the cornerbacks are going to kind of dumb out and widen out extremely far, and you'll be able to split the safety in the corner right there, but just got to under pressure throw out a sack, excuse me. So as long as they don't deep half, you will have that literally every single time. So I'm gonna spy that guy just so I can have a little bit of time in the pocket. But look at circle, they still didn't let me step up, but normally that's an easier throw. Matthew Stafford, I don't know, I've been having problems with him throwing this route in particular, but I'll try it one more time. But it's wide open, as you can tell, as I'm just getting throw out of sacks, And for those of you guys that don't believe I'm on automatic practice mode, that should be proof right there. I put in garbage people and they still just can't hold a block. I tell you guys, that's why I spot people, because automatic practice mode is absolutely crazy. But anyways, I'm not gonna keep running it. You guys see that it does get open. Now, I really only love this play versus cover 3, cover 4, and match coverage. Now, you can't bomb cover 4 drop. But you create a nice concept, and I'll talk about that here in a second. But cover 2, if they run cover 2, you really just have to dump it down to X after you wait, because they're going to respect that cloud's going to respect R1. So I don't like this versus cover 2, and the reason why is simple, because you really can't bomb it per se. You have a chance. It all depends on who you have at quarterback. Now, what I mean by that is who you have here, because sometimes, depending on if you're on next gen or not, if you're on next gen, you may be able to complete this where you throw this ball out here and let him go run and get it, because that safety's not going to keep going deep with them. And I'll show you that here in a second. But like I said, I would never throw this, especially on current gen. I would never throw this pass. Okay, so I don't want you to have the wrong idea here. I would never throw this pass. There are better plays inside a gun bunch that will bomb cover 2. So please do not run this. But I was trying to tell you is that if you have the pass leading little ability, or you know how you can direct the pass on next gen, if you have that, try it out, and you should be able to actually complete that, because gun bunch is glitchy in this sense right here, that this safety right here is going to get glitched out. In hindsight, that should never happen, and this DB lets the receiver stack him, which they should never allow anyways. And then you say we have all that area out there. Now on current gen, that throw is almost impossible to make. On next gen, you have a great chance, but regardless, you're going to make a two-way read between this guy and this guy right here in the in route. That's normally a 2-read. Normally, if I see cover 2, I'm going to dump it down immediately. So moving forward, man coverage. Now, man coverage is the same exact read progress between R1. Well, this time it's going to be between R1 and square. Is who you're going to expect. So whoever your best route runner is, put them at R1, and then put the other guy at square right there for the in route. So that's exactly how I love to dissect between man and zone. Like I said, this particular play has no setup at all. I just think it's a really nice play, a really nice quick snap play. So now what I love this versus is match coverage though. So match coverage, it actually changes. What I love to do versus match is actually just take this guy out here, circle, and motion him out. Now, anytime you motion him out for match, you're going to have R1 every single time. Literally every single time he's going to be wide open. And this is such a great play because the user will not go that way. Because the user most likely is going to be on the 3-rec, which is this guy right here. So what's really great is that if the user's on the 3-rec, 9 times out of 10, he's going to be sitting right here trying to pick this ball off. So just make sure you keep that in mind. Now, if the user shoots out here, then a lot of times you can throw this route right here, honestly. So let me see if I can try to simulate that for you real quick. What I'm actually going to do is actually spot his 3-rec. So this way the 3-rec's actually going to follow me, and we're going to kind of simulate the user shooting over there to R1, right? So let's say he shoots over there to R1, and a lot of times you can stop and then throw that ball right there. As long as that's your second best receiver, he should be fine, because it's going to be a man match. So as long as he's decent, he'll be all right. Now, you might be wondering about quarters, about not motioning. So if you don't motion, it all depends on if they're pressing or not. If they are pressing in their quarters or whatever match, then you can't have circle for a one-play touchdown, just because of how things work on this game. Notice how they kind of like do like a little pass-off logic. Now, swerve right there because I don't want to get Cooper Kupp's ability activated, but that's only if they press. If they do not press, that throw is not going to be open. So I'll show you right here. I am still in cover 4 palms, by the way. I have not switched coverages yet. So kind of watch what happens here. Notice how that safety plays it better when he's actually backed off a little bit. So I don't know why that matters, but that's just kind of the way it works. But I'll always love the motion out this guy versus match coverage. Now, last thing we'll take a look at is cover 4 quarters, and then we're going to hop right into gameplay. So I know you can't tell the difference, but this is cover 4 quarters, and we're going to take that guy, motion him out still, and what you're going to be able to realize is R1 is still going to be able to get open. Now, obviously, we just got a terrible pass from Matthew Stafford. He's over there acting like playing against the Falcons or something. But because they was actually going crazy that week that they played. But anyways, what's going to happen here is we're still going to have the same thing. They just kind of gave a terrible pass animation, but you can tell that's wide open, and they almost play it real similar as far as this backside in route. So last thing I will show you is cover 4 quarters with press. And I will show you what happens if we run it, like if we run it regular, but they press. It's literally going to be the same exact thing where we're going to have R1 open no matter what. That's why I just love this. So look at, like I said, R1 is just going to be wide open every single time. So last thing I'll do is show you press with the play ran stock. So let's go to cover 4 quarters. We're going to press, and then we're going to run it stock just so you can see, just in case you were curious. And after that, we're going to go right into gameplay. So notice how it's kind of like the same thing, how we're just going to be able to run straight past that guy for a 1-play touchdown. Alright, so here we go right here. We are matched up against the Eagles, and I decided to come out with the Rams just because, you know, they're in the Rams playbook. Now, I don't do this every time, so anytime you see me with a team, don't automatically assume it's their playbook, which is why I tell you guys, I try to remember to tell you guys in the beginning of the video, like, whose playbook it is. But anyways, I wanted to flip this play. I wanted to come out and run it. If you see square, you notice how that cornerback that was on the outside actually got glitched out like we wanted to, and we had it open. We just ran out of time. Now this actually is a kind of a hard scheme to run with the Rams, simply because of Matthew Stafford. Honestly, it seems like, I don't know, man. Let me know how you guys, some of you guys that are Ram users, when you play regs, it felt like passing was really hard with the Rams. I don't know why that was. I don't know what abilities he had. Maybe it's his release. I don't know, but passing just felt extremely hard with him. But right there, we are going to find our dot down low to Jefferson. And man, actually, you know, on a random note, I really hope Odell actually signs with the Rams, only for Madden's sake. I would actually love to see him on the Saints, though, to be real. Gonna add to our you know, him, and then Juice, and then Michael Thomas. Jesus, Alvin Kamara. Could y'all imagine that? But we do got Jameis at quarterback, man. I'm still a believer in Jameis, even though we kind of lost that last week. But anyways, man, right there, like I told you guys, we're going to run this play stock. There's just, you know, it's a really great play stock. Like I said, it's not something that's unknown or unheard of. I just wanted to bring it to you guys' attention this year about how this is good. Now, what play you might not know is good is actually this trail play. This trail play is really nice. So basically all I did was take the middle guy, put him on a slant, and then we're going to read between R1 and X, and then we also can read square if we like to. Now that's still a current gen bug right there, where if you try to rack catch it, not rack, if you try to yeah, if you try to rack catch it, you actually sometimes can get glitched out and just drop the ball. I hate that happens. I really should have possession called it, but it is what it is, man. Now, right here is still another great setup. It's going to destroy any kind of zone coverage. As right there, we are going to throw that dot right across the middle. So that concept has been in Madden for a long time, and it's still really good, even in Madden 23. And we are going to be able to deliver. So right here, I was looking at that crosser route in that speed out play, I believe it's called. But I don't like how that crosser was set up. Now, if I had like a slot apprentice, then this offense actually would be pretty crazy if you had a slot apprentice, just because you could put a crosser out there, you know, you could put a corner, and it's just, you know, I think what make this offense really great is if you had the ability to, you know, put a slot apprentice out there, and I think that would make this offense just extremely OP at that point. But anyways, the thing I liked about this user that I was playing, he actually was switching his coverages a lot. He was switching his responsibility. Right here, I'm gonna stand behind that throw. I don't care. I don't care that he picked that off. Honestly, I'm gonna stand behind that decision because I did get it. I did glitch him out, and that's what I was trying to tell you guys earlier in practice. That for some reason Matthew Stafford, it seemed like he was just struggling throwing that ball. Even in game, it translated like that. But I'm gonna stand behind that decision that was a good read by me. It's just unfortunate that I got that animation from the throw. So anyways, we hold him to 3, and we are going to be able to get the ball back. So he's been showing me cover 3 a lot, so I really wanted to see if he was playing it. I think he was playing some variation of cover 3 because I noticed that guy just dropped off. I think it's because of where his third was, why they played it really good. But I really wanted to complete this bomb play to you guys because he was running a lot of cover 3. So I decided to switch it up, come back to this concept because it's a really great concept. And the reason why it's so great is because X on that little tight end angle route, he's going to kind of clear out those zones a little bit. So that hook curl is going to snatch onto him a little bit. Any of those match, like those quarters or those seam flats, they're going to kind of get pulled over because they have nobody to guard immediately. And then that slant is just so nice that, you know, it's going to come back and just have that area open, you know. So really great play, honestly. And I don't know if that wide trail is in any other bunch offset playbooks. It probably is, but I'm just not sure of it. And then it's nice when you complement it with this mesh post play. So there's so many setups you can do out of mesh post. It's crazy. This is actually another one of my favorites. Right here, all I'm going to do is take R1, put him on a slant, circle on a zig, and then we're going to take R1 and motion him across. And we just got a simple read. Basically, we're going to read between R1 and square. I noticed that he was not respecting square, so we're going to throw it right there because that route, as you guys know, know does such a great job of getting open. So we put ourselves in field goal range, and we are going to be able to get 3 points on the board so we can tie the game up. So it's been a low scoring half. He did come out and score on his drive. Now this was an extremely weird game. I didn't show y'all any of the defense that I had, but he was one of your typical players who run the ball every single time and then pass it on third down or fourth down, then run the ball, pass it, those type of things. So that decision right there is terrible, but I was playing frustrated, and I actually plan on doing live gameplay here really soon, simply because I don't know what you guys want to see. I like doing these mini schemes for you guys, but I don't know if you guys really like them or not, or I want to kind of expand and just see what you guys like from me, I should say, because some of you guys I don't know, man. I just want to find other ways, because it seems like you guys aren't really enjoying Madden this year. I can kind of tell based on my analytics and just based on the community, from what I hear, what I see, that you guys just really aren't enjoying Madden as much, and I completely get it. Current gen, I think it's still it's way better than next gen in my opinion. That's just my personal opinion. It feels like a smoother game because I have played next gen Madden 23. I just don't have next gen myself. I have a friend who does have next gen console, and he lets me play every now and again when I go over there. But definitely a difference in next gen and current gen, and I like current gen, so I'm in no rush to get next gen. Madden's still gonna have about 2 years at least before they stop making PS4 Maddens, and the reason why is because PS5s are still hard to come across. Next gen consoles, because the new Xbox is still hard to come across. They still can't keep them stocked in stores, and if they can't keep them stocked in stores, they definitely not gonna be able to keep them stocked online, which means that people are always going to keep needing them for a certain amount of time until there's just a whole lot, and then at that point, when they're all in stores, at that point games will stop being made for the PS4, if that makes sense, because that's how that kind of stuff works. But that's why I will still be on current gen up until that point to where everybody can get next gen. Then I'll switch. But just wanted to say that because I do get questions every now and again about my thoughts on next gen and if I want to be on current or next and all that. So I thought I'd just kind of elaborate on that a little bit. So right here, I hope you guys are watching the game. So right here, this is like I said, mesh post. You could do just so many things out of this, man. This is already what, our third setup that we're doing out of this. So I meant to put X on something else, but anyways, look at circle. We actually ended up destroying the match concept there, but just literally ran out of time. He ran some cover 6, so apparently that's a cover 6 beater. I didn't run it because I knew he was running cover 6. I was just kind of seeing what he was going to be in, but we created a cover 6 beater. So this is how I come up with my setups a lot of times too, just by accident. So right there, X is going to just be completely wide open, and we're going to be able to get a great gain. Smash return, like I told you guys, it's a great play. It's been great for a while now. So 3rd and 2 right here. I really wanted to run the ball, so I just decided to go to tight slots and then just simply come to a little inside zone. Now I noticed he did put everybody in there, so I was a little hesitant, so I tried to motion guys out, make him think it was a pass just so his user won't fly down. I noticed the user bumped out, so I was like, yep, I'm definitely going to run the ball. Thank God that wasn't the Ravens or somebody, or Rams linebackers, because I would have got absolutely rocked. But yeah, man, this is just the only thing I hate about Bunch is in the red zone, because it's typically it's typically hard to pass in the red zone. But right here, I wanted to do 4 verts because I was looking at square to see if we can kind of get a little something glitchy out there. But then all of a sudden I looked at R1, I was like, no way he's gonna leave him wide open, and of course he did, and we're gonna throw the nice dot right there for the tutty. So 10 and 10 right here. Had to get a stop. Now my opponent was not a passer. He is not a passer whatsoever. He ran the ball literally every single play. His receiver fell down, don't know what happened, and then like I figured he would, if you force runners to have to pass, they're gonna make a mistake, and we finally capitalized on the mistake. So now we're just gonna try to go down here, milk the clock, and just kick 3, because at this point I was already extremely frustrated. I was more frustrated because he played offense, pretty much like a $1,000 tournament, is how he played. Like I said, literally run the ball, ran the ball, then he passed it, ran the ball, passed it. That's kind of how he played. So right there, that's another variation of flood that I do like. All I did was take X, put him on an in route, and I smart routed it, and that play works great versus man coverage. because it gives us an additional man to additional route to hit. So right here I'm thinking he might go back to man, so I actually went to mesh, and I'm actually going to send R1 on a slant, put him across, and I'm really looking between R1 and circle. So I look at R1, nobody's in the middle, and I'm going to hit my wide open man. And that's why Bunch is just so good, because the spacing, you can create great spacing, and they're easy reads to make. That's why Bunch is one of the hardest formations to go against, because you could just create so many different route concepts, So right here, I wanted to take X on the square, put him on a streak, motion him out, and I'm going to create a flood concept on this left side of the field. Now I probably should have took R1, put him on like a zig or something, but wasn't worried about it. He ran commit. He wanted me to score a touchdown, but I actually didn't feel like even playing this guy no more, so I milked the clock, and we are gonna kick the game winning field goal. So that's gonna wrap it up for this video. I do hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.